Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. So, new Melodious cards. Let's take a look. It's one of the last archetypes that I, expect or would expect that they would get more support, but it's here and it's actually quite good. I've read through the support yesterday and I was like, okay, these seem really good. Start deck building today. And I realized they got more support ever since the last time I played them, and that was years ago, I think the first time when they were introduced. And apparently they got the branded fusion-like spell. This one, I'm not going to butcher its name. And this one spell comes with hardly any downsides. Of course, with, adding in those small Melodious package. So there are some different ways, different lines regarding this particular branded fusion card featuring Melodious. I think you'll see a couple of the lines here in the duels. This is one of the first ones, and I believe one of the better ones, simply because if you opt to run, what is it, Temtem, I think, the one that searches polymerization, but fusion substitute is considered polymerization. It also gives you a plus, a draw, right? So keep in mind, this is all off of one card. And of course that, fusion substitute also can be used as a discard for their link. So the end board, I guess, is to get up the lock with, not too familiar with the names, the low level that, prevents targeting and they cannot be destroyed by battle, and the high level one that says that they cannot be destroyed by card effects. They also have one of the new fusions, their new boss that bounces once per turn, and I believe their, I was about to say their fire fusion, but that's not the case. The one that, it's basically a big DD Crow, like that lineup during the end phase or ending your board, I believe is the field you want to go for. Disregarding the 4 other cards I had there in my hand, right? So going first this time. So imagine, again, multiple ways, interrupted, uninterrupted, we'll see. So the left one, again, is the one that bounces back once per turn, so very similar to, well, no, I was about to say Pranked Butler, but Butler is a Raigeki. Again, short set, go with the fusion one. It's only once when it's like on face up on the field, but you can like rebounce it, etc. And I think this is the full lot going. All levels are there. The one that boosts up attack is there. The one that recurs once per turn is there. The Maestra, one of the Maestras, the high level one, the one that gets back something from the graveyard. And the thing is that okay, like this field is delicious, it's superb, but it doesn't prevent cards that doesn't target the archetype, or that don't target these cards. For example, Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is an easy out. Talents. Everyone is main decking Talents. Pretty much everyone. Same for Thrust, right? Thrust into Talents. And what I was about to say is Droplet. Droplet is also a card that's super popular in some main decks, mostly side decks. So those are all easy cards for this particular, lock. But anyway, like you'll see, the board will be broken, not per se in this particular duel, but you'll see that there is more cards, and there's of course more. At least the deck can do more other than if your opponent ashes your branded fusion, you scoop. No, not the case. Obviously, it's just your best card. If it gets ashed, it's fine though. You still have a lot of plays ready. So Prosp, for 6, obviously, I want to get my branded fusion going. It gets Ash this time. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Go for their hero lifts. You can only use it if you don't control a phase-up monsters. It's a small downside, but I think, it's still a solid starter. I can still keep going even after 2 hand traps. A third hand trap, would stop me in my tracks, but that's the case with most combo decks. So the Link is actually a good one. This card, very similar to DDDs. Very similar, the DDD, puts it in the scales, but indirectly the 2 new pendulums, when they are like sent to the graveyard, as a pendulum, they will be phase up in the pendulum extra deck, and as soon as you fusion summon a monster, you can put those from your scale or from your extra deck into your scales, and gain those beneficial effects. So that's really, really nice. The red one foolishes, while the green one searches their themed polymerization. Again, which is fine, which is also like very similar to fusion substitutes, can be used as like an upstart, send back a fusion and etc. Or when it's sent to the graveyard, send itself back to the bottom and to draw one. That's the case. So here again, my field is protected by not being destroyed or able to be destroyed by a battle and cannot be targeted. Yeah, because of the low-level Melodious. The level 8 one is special summon. Again, I'm not Meister, I'm not sure. Again, I have no clue what the names are, or I know their effects. I still have my boss here on my left side of the field, the one that bounces once per turn up to, you know, equal amount of times of Melodious that are banished by its effect. And, you know, those banished Melodious, they will return. Ah, Baka. What is, I think it's Baka, yeah, Baka. It's, this card is insane. When it's face up on the field, your fusion monsters cannot be negated, so it's built-in X protection. It special summons something from the deck. Insane, with hardly any restrictions. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can reborn a Melodious. Like, all of these in one card. It's a silly card. It's custom card design for an archetype. It is what it is. So here in this case, it does go through. Don't worry. At least no worries. This time the board will be broken. Small spoiler. So again, I think this is one of the variations, I think so. So Tam for the Polish Surge, I think. And yeah, in the combo here I reborn the low level one, you know, the one that protects. And by doing this, it makes it so that there's hardly any hand traps possible to negate your link. So Tam summons, Surge Fusion Substitute, that's going to get discarded off of the link too. And again, it's pretty much protected by most hand traps because of the low level Melodious on field. Again, at least no targeting, and what is it? Not being destroyed by battle. So no targeting is relevant. Could be relevant failure in burn. And again, my desired board is here. The both one-offs being protections, you know, prevent being destroyed, etc. Both fusions that give you the interruption. I guess the big DD Crow is it's good against a lot of decks, Fire Kings in today's format. So the options are there, but I think that still the big weakness of this deck is there is no negations, or hardly any negations of extra deck monsters, right? You could go for maybe non-archetype extra deck monsters, maybe go for Exceeds. I'm not so sure. I need to test that out more. Because, you know, the archetype does have some, you know, what is it? Restrictions, summoning restrictions as well. So as I mentioned before, both Talons, Droplets, most decks are playing them, either Neo or Psychic, and those are out. The thing though is that my field cannot be destroyed by card effects. Yeah. But they can still be destroyed by battle, so... but, you know, the game is not over. You'll see why. So Baron is fine. This is important. Where is it? The fusion is going... Yeah, the new one is going to get destroyed. That will trigger a special summon Melodious either from deck or extra deck. And then a special summon, I call her Construct, because she's basically Construct. And what is it? She cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and your opponent will get the damage, and you'll get no damage for any battle situation. And... here in this particular situation, that's super hard for the deck to overcome. Problem is that, what was it, I need to get rid of Baron, that forces out the counter trap. Again, it won't destroy the fusion. And the thing is that, okay, I think there aren't too many outs. I think Chaos Angel was one of the few outs, and I fail her in hand for that. Problem though is Baron can tag on, and that's one of the reasons why I, you know, really wanted to get rid of the Baron. Baron is getting resummoned, and this Pater gets Angel on field, and even though the Veiler is there, Baron is going to negate that. So, nope. GG. But it was close. I mean, well, close, maybe, a little bit. Going second this time. So how does the deck go, how does the deck do going second? As you saw, the deck has multiple one-card starters and combos, so that's something I like. It gives it a lot of potential. The potential as in, you can run a lot of hand traps. And, you know, going second card. So there is potential. But, you know, there are some very specific choke points for this deck. Getting Imperm, I guess, you know, keeping Imperm, very similar to DDDs, keeping Imperm for the, what is it, the DD Link. You should definitely keep Imperm for the Link as well. You know, the Link is just superb. But that's the thing, right? Like, who knows Melodious, especially with the new support. But, you know, if this might, I was about to say, if this might become like top tier, probably won't. Like an underdog deck. It's like one of those decks that one guy at your locals is playing and, you know, will be super happy with this support. And he will take it to, what is it, locals, regionals, and do well because, one, nobody knows how to play the deck. And it's the guy that plays the deck like, or at least has been playing the deck for years. You know how it goes. Okay, so tips, suggestions are definitely welcome. Guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, Medium signing out. Peace.